Alright, so this is a few hours after I made my last video talking about the new rollers and some issues I was having with the small door that I was trying to fix, and well, they've been fixed. So I'm going to go over kind of how I managed to finally fix this thing. So first things first, one thing I actually realized I forgot to mention in the last video, or at least I think I forgot to mention, is I actually ended up cutting, when I had the tracks off, I ended up cutting about an inch off the bottom of this track because it used to be right against the floor and I didn't like that, so I put, alright, so I mean I probably cut off a little more than I should have, but it's fine. But as you guys remember, this beam here dropped an inch a couple of years ago when we were getting this section of the garage floor fixed, and that kind of messed up the small door. It made it go crooked. That's what originally made that top fixture scrape against the track, and it caused all sorts of problems. But I finally managed to get around to fixing that. So the first thing I did when I got out here is I did what I said I was going to try in the last video. I moved this roller in closer to the door, and I moved that roller out farther from the door. What that did is, well, not a whole lot actually, but I'm actually going to be leaving it this way. The one thing I really have left to do to this is, before it gets too cold here, is put some foam or something up in here to get this to seal a little better, but I'm not concerned about it now because it's summer. But that's the first thing I did, and that didn't work. So the next thing I figured I'd do, well, part of the reason is because the door slides to this side, because the right side's lower than the left side. So what I did, I redid the back hangs for the track on this side, and I raised the track up an inch. What that did is it leveled out the top of the door when it's open, but that still did not fix the scraping. So first of all, I am glad that I actually that I leveled out the door too. That's something I've been needing to do for a while. But what I came to thinking is that, or what I came to realize is that when I lift the door, if I'm lifting the door by hand, I can shove it over to the left, and if I keep pushing it over as I'm opening it, it stays far enough away from the track up there that it doesn't scrape. So that made me think maybe I need to come up with something that holds the door over to the side here. And what they have, they're called collars. They're little pieces that go over shafts that they can go over roller shafts between the hinge and the end of the roller to help space it. You see that sometimes, and I was thinking, well, maybe I need something like that. Problem was I didn't have any on me, and I didn't feel like buying one. Well, not that I didn't feel like, but I mean, if I had bought one, there's a chance that it might be too small, too big, whatever. So I was kind of thinking, well, what do I have that I could use in place of that? And what I came up with is right up here. This is actually a really, really simple fix. Kind of ticked off I didn't think of this earlier, but oh well. Doesn't really matter now that I got the door to seal pretty much the right way, and I leveled it out. At least back there I leveled it out, but this is my solution. I got some washers that are just big enough to fit around the roller stem. Put 4 of them here, and what that does is, as the door is moving, it holds it just far enough away from the track that it doesn't scrape. So what I'm going to do, I guess I'll show you as this goes up. So you can see that actually works perfectly. That's exactly what I was looking for when I put that on. There's like a little under a 1/4 inch of a gap there, but that's really all I need. The spacing on this is perfect now. And if we come back here, you can tell that door is, at least the top panel now, is pretty much perfectly level. It's a little bit easier to see tell from the outside. So yeah, that looks a little bit better. So yeah, really glad with the way that turned out. Oh my god. So yeah. The reason it does that is because this thing shakes so much. Yeah, this accelerator is kind of problematic, and I mean, I just don't have the time to replace it right now. I've been, well, yeah, I just haven't been able to take this thing down, and I'm going to be gone this weekend, so I won't have time to take it down. So next week, hopefully I can get around to replacing this and putting up something a little bit, well, smoother. I don't want to say better because I do actually like accelerators. It's just this one with the wrong rail. Yeah. But hopefully I can get something up a little smoother here shortly. Yeah, because this thing, it just runs rough. It's been up for, I think, 2 weeks at this point, so maybe 3, I don't remember. But it's been up for a little while, and it runs, but not very smooth. So yeah, though, that is, I'm so glad I got to fix that now because, well, now won't be that stupid scraping noise that you hear. You'll just be able to hear the openers that I test. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to show today, so thanks for watching, guys.